Today I'm going to test going to Madaba, Mount Nebo and Bethany on the JETT bus, JETT, Jordan, I think it's Express Tourist Transport. JETT service does 3-day trips from Amman. They do Ajalun and Jerash. They do this religious one, which is Bethany, Mount Nebo and Madaba. And they do a Dead Sea, and the Dead Sea one has some extra, you can go to the private beaches and private resorts on top of the JETT fee. So let's see today how the JETT service does for Madaba, Mount Nebo and Bethany. So we started at 3rd Circle where most of the passengers got on, and now we're at 7th Circle where the next group of passengers got on, and the little man tore the ticket like he did yesterday, and a couple of people purchased their tickets. So we're about 8:45, a little bit late. Off we go to Madaba, Nebo and Bethany. So if you purchase the Jordan pass with the Bethany option before you come, you save basically 12 JD. And what normally happens if you're not with the JETT service, you go on a shuttle down to the site. But because we're with JETT, we've purchased our ticket and we're going to get back on the bus, and the bus driver will drive us down to the site and we'll pick up our guide from there. So it's about, 10 o'clock or so. We were rattling along quite quickly. And let's go and have a look at Bethany Beyond Jordan. So we've moved down the 7 kilometres to the through the military zone, and we're going to meet up with our guide who will take us through the site. And hopefully our bus will be here ready for us when we're finished. So this is our first sight of the River Jordan. It looks much smaller than it would have done at the time because it's receding. And this is also the border between Jordan and occupied Palestine. So the gold church over there is the Greek Orthodox church that we'll go and have a look at in a moment. That's right next to the site. So it goes from the Lake Tiberias, which we know as the Sea of Galilee, where Jesus walked on water, to the Dead Sea, 120 kilometres.
During the Byzantine time. To the left here, please, we have a new mosaic map. It's completely new, but they made it according to what the pilgrims and travelers said about the site. You can see in this map that we walk around the side.
Between the 1st and the 5th century, these basilicas and churches were created. Originally, this is where the river would have run, a small stream, and to the back of that basilica, that large building to the back there, which we'll have a look. That basilica was built when for where Jesus had placed his clothes when he was being baptised by John the Baptist. So this site is tastefully done. It has a mosaic over there of the reconstruction of what the area would have looked like. And there's a couple of other mosaics of Catholic popes that have come to this site over time. As you move to the other side of the baptismal area, you can actually see the valley, the wadi, where the water would have come from as the river changed its course over time. I'm losing my group, I best. So just outside this area you can see the remains of John, the Church of John the Baptist, and now we've come under this covered area for this Church of the Trinity. So the Trinity is Father, Son and the Holy Ghost. Because this is a salty area, all of the mosaics have been destroyed, but there is a large section of mosaic just there. It's quite cool under here actually. There's that large section of mosaic there on the Church of the Trinity. Some more just over here. Spectacular. Because this is an active military zone, it is their border between Jordan and occupied Palestine. Everybody has to be kept together in a group, and each group goes every hour. But when we get over to the actual large section of the water, of the River Jordan, you'll see that on the Jordanian side, everything is made of wood, it's very discreet. And then you will see on the occupied side a more lavish, garish building. What Jordan has attempted to do is keep the natural environment as close to pristine as they can that it would have been at the time 2,000 years ago. Potentially, if you have mobility issues, if you take it slowly, this site is okay, just rough surfaces, but the paths are very well maintained, and there's some stairs a little when you get closer to the actual water here. So we're almost to the water, just behind that little gate, just over there, there's a font where you can baptise yourself or be baptised. This is a Greek Orthodox church. I thought it was Coptic, but anyway, we'll get access to this one today by the looks of it. So just walking in here to the Greek Orthodox Church of St. John. 16 years old. A fairly standard iconista. You've got Jesus there holding the book. You've got Mother Mary and baby Jesus. On this one you've actually got a representation of the baptism, which is unique to this site. Then you'll have Archangel Gabriel there. And I'd have to check who that one is over there because it doesn't look to be a standard one. It's probably John the Baptist and Jesus potentially. One of my fellow travellers pointed out this guy to me, so could be John. So I asked the guy who was in the little shop who the skull belonged to, and it was a Byzantine priest. So his final resting place is on view for everybody. So coming down to the river, there's not many people on the Jordanian side. And when we get to the baptismal font, you'll maybe see some people anointing themselves. So we've filled up our water with the water bottle with the sacred water, so that we can anoint our friends and family at home potentially.
Termina.
As I say, the Jordanian side is made of wood, a little discreet, where the occupied side is very, very commercialised. So on the occupied side you can see that there is a group of faithful holding a mini mass on the side of the Jordan River. So on the handout guide that they give you at the office, it has a passage from Matthew 3:16 to 17, and it says, "As soon as Jesus was baptized, he went up out of the water. At that moment the heaven was opened, and he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove and lighting on him. And the voice from the heavens said, 'This is my Son, whom I love. With him I am well pleased.'" So that's the verse that they've given us about the baptism here at Bethany Beyond Jordan. So we've just finished the guided section of our walk, and of course it finishes in a souvenir shop. Our bus is there ready and waiting, and the coffee shop's not open, but the souvenir shop is. So that's our visit to Bethany upon Jordan on the JETT bus. So we've not long left Bethany, and now he has stopped for a 10-minute coffee or tea break. at the Levant Dead Sea little coffee shop area. So coffee shop, souvenirs, Dead Sea products, everything's discounted, silver and gold. The attendant is saying that they also sell Jordanian stone. So that's another one to add to the repertoire of things that you can purchase here while you're in Jordan. So at this stop, the tea and coffee is for free, but the 24 karat gold pots and plates and cups are not free.